I really believe that Russell Westbrook to the Lakers, I think it's going to work. Of course, nobody can guarantee that they're going to win a championship, but this increases their chances of winning a championship. All right. Last year, hey man, I had the Lakers versus Nets in the finals. It did not happen. All right, so I was off on my prediction, but injuries played a big factor. But I'm not going to make that as an not going to make that use that as an excuse because guess what? Injuries are always going to be there. The great Herm Edwards always says your best ability is your availability. Even though, hey, we may not be responsible for getting hurt or getting injured, but guess what? There are no asterisks on any championship team in any sport that I am aware of where this team here team B got to be the NBA champions because teams A and C and D and E and F they had injuries and stuff. All right. Now you're gonna have people talking this and that, but guess what? That comes with the territory. But Russell Westbrook, a lot of people are saying, a lot of people are like, this here will never work. How can they play together? Like, come on, man. What do you mean? How can they play together? People who know the game of basketball, like people who are true hoopers, like, and to be a true hooper, you don't even have to be the best hooper. You know what I'm saying? But you understand how the game is played. Like everybody has a different skill set, right? Like, okay, Russell Westbrook, okay, he's not the best 3-point shooter. All right? Nobody is ever going to accuse him of being Steph Curry shooting the 3-pointers, okay? But guess what? He has a mean mid-range. And guess what? He can get to the basket. Guess what? He creates easy buckets for teammates who would not be able to create easy buckets for themselves. Okay? Also, leadership, man. Let's talk about this guy's leadership. Check this out. When it was KD, Westbrook, and Harden, and Kendrick Perkins, and Ibaka, Russell Westbrook was a leader on that team. I'm not going to say he was the main leader, but what I'm saying was amongst those big personalities, he was a standout leader, okay? Also, when all those guys left, guess what? Russell Westbrook was leading that team, all right? He was leading that team, not just in almost every statistical category, but I'm talking about on the floor, communicating with everyone. Chris Paul gets a lot of credit for being a leader, and he deserves it. But guess what? If you're going to give Chris Paul a lot of credit for being the leader that he is, you got to give Russell Westbrook a lot of credit with the leadership that he does. And the difference between Russell Westbrook and Chris Paul as far as the leadership? Check this out. All right. I have not heard publicly any player that Russell Westbrook has played with come out and say anything bad about his leadership or how he operates in the locker room. All right. I hear media personalities say, yeah, I got a friend of a friend who knows what's Russell Westbrook, and he is not this. He's a super intense guy. See, they say he's a super intense guy, but you could be a super intense guy and still be a great leader. Both things can be true. And guess what? There are plenty of times where you need somebody who is super intense. How many times us as fans or a student of the game, when we're watching students of the game, when we're watching a team play, and we're like, man, they just seem out of it, man. Where's the energy? Russell Westbrook always brings the energy, man. Always bring it, no matter what, through good games, bad games, mediocre games, blowouts, close games, ties. I don't think they had any ties or anything, but no matter what, he brings it. You never have to question his effort. And and the thing about it is, what do we say about players, men or women, if they're not giving the effort? You know what I'm saying? This man here has the talent, the effort, and the leadership. Everybody is not blessed with that. All right. But yeah, he can't shoot like Steph Curry. But let me tell you something. All right. Once upon a time, the game of basketball was played and there were great players, even though they did not shoot great from the 3-point line or they did not really shoot 3-pointers. Russell Westbrook is one of those players, people. Let me tell you something. The benefit of Russell Westbrook on this Lakers team, all right, everybody's right now is thinking about the Brooklyn Nets, all right? Well, that matchup won't mean anything until they make it to the finals. But let's talk about that matchup a little bit. All right, they have James Harden, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. All right, that's 3 superheroes right there. 3 superheroes, no Robins. That's just like having, okay, let's say they are Marvel. Okay, that's like having Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man. Okay? Or you can sub Iron Man for Hulk. Anyone. Okay? Interchangeable. That's like having those three superheroes, right? So, the Lakers, okay, you have Batman. You have Robin. All right? I mean, not Robin. You have Batman and you have Superman. Okay? Well, here's the thing. Hey, Batman and Superman, guess what? I don't think they can take on Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man. That's 3-on-2. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they can take them on. It'll be a good matchup. It's possible they can win, but here's the thing. Instead of just attacking it with Batman and Superman, well, hey man, if you can add Flash in the mix, why not? They got Flash. Okay? So pretty much you got Justice League versus the Avengers. Boom. Let's get it on, right? But they got to think about the matchups in the West. All right, so far the Western Conference champions are the Phoenix Suns. Got DeAndre Ayton, who's only going to get better. DeAndre Ayton was balling until he went up against Giannis. But guess what? DeAndre Ayton balled against the MVP, Jokic. All right, so he's real good, and they beat the Lakers. All right. DeAndre Ayton had a couple good games against Anthony Davis. All right. So, but that team, and you're going to have DeAndre Ayton and you have Devin Booker. They're going to be even better than what they were last year. Those are two superheroes. Then you got Chris Paul back in the mix if he's coming back. So they're like the X-Men, right? So you got, let's see, those three will be Wolverine, the Phoenix, and Magneto. All right, you know what I'm saying? Or if you want to sub the Phoenix out, they could be Wolverine, Deadpool, and Magneto. All right. So guess what? You're gonna need a third superhero against them. Russell Westbrook. He's not going to shut down Chris Paul defensively. But guess what? If Chris Paul chooses to guard Russell Westbrook, he's going to get Chris Paul in foul trouble. He's going to force Chris Paul to exert energy on defense. Oh, you want to put Devin Booker on him? Oh, guess what? He's going to get Devin Booker in foul trouble. He's going to force Devin Booker to exert energy on defense, which is going to limit some of his offense. Because, guys with good offense, they tend to all of a sudden find a whole bunch of energy when it's time to be on offense. But on defense, they be like, I'm gassed. But, same thing whenever they go against the Brooklyn Nets, man. People are saying, well, Russell Westbrook not a shutdown defender. I mean, check this out, man. It's all about having somebody that can go toe-to-toe with the other team's superstar. All right? Russell Westbrook is that dude, okay? He's still playing at an MVP level, all right? I mean, look what he did. I mean, hey, he was with my Houston Rockets for one season. Guess what, man? It felt like he was there for a couple seasons. His impact. And people forget before he hurt his quad and before COVID came and affected the season, he was putting up MVP numbers for 2 months, putting up 28 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists. Am I showing him assists? Let me give him his triple double, Mr. Triple Double, man. This guy here is so phenomenal that he makes the triple-double seem easy, even though it's not. Okay? He makes it seem so easy. Back when they said nobody can average a triple-double in one season like Oscar Robertson, he did it. Nobody can do that multiple seasons, he did it. Nobody can do it 3 seasons, he did it. I think he did it 4 seasons so far. All right, but with this team, the chemistry that they're going to have, you can't, like, a lot of people are saying, well, where's the 3-point shooting coming from? Where's the 3-point shooting coming from? Did you not see the Milwaukee Bucks win the championship? They didn't win that championship because of 3-point shooting. They attacked the basket, all right? But here's the thing. Ben McLemore is a real good 3-point shooter, all right? He's going to get more open looks with Russell Westbrook on the court. And check this out. Rumor has it that LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook a couple weeks ago, they met up and they talked about joining forces. And Russell Westbrook said, hey, man, I'm trying to get back home, trying to win. And he said that I'm willing to play more off the ball. All right? And LeBron said, I'm willing to go to power forward. So that forced AD, Anthony Davis, to say, well, man, I'm willing to move to the center spot. Will they actually do that? I do not know. Because a lot of times when we have good habits or bad habits, when we're in trouble, we're going to default to our habits. All right? But I think this can work. Here's why. Like a couple weeks ago, I did a tweet where I said that, I was responding to Kendrick Perkins, and I said that, hey, I think the Lakers should be trying to add Russell Westbrook instead of Chris Paul, because Russell Westbrook, here's the thing, he can play off the ball. In fact, he's going to create fast breaks. Chris Paul is not going to create fast breaks, not anymore, not at this age of his career. When LeBron, whenever he's handling the rock, he can give the ball off to Russell Westbrook as he posts a smaller guard up, or vice versa. Okay, so Russell Westbrook, he can play in and out, and guess what? His mid-range game is on point. People, is on point. A lot of people still want to discredit the mid-range game, despite Kawhi Leonard, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Kobe Bryant, all these great players with great mid-range games. Okay, go back and watch some footage of Calvin Murphy, mid-range game. All right, Michael Jordan, mid-range game. All right, Mitch Richmond, mid-range game. Allen Houston. Okay, Reggie Miller, mid-range game. People, come on now. Sam Cassell, But I think this right here, because I believe my Houston Rockets going to win the championship in 2023. I'll talk to you about that in another segment. But 2022 is wide open. So I think if the Lakers are healthy, oh yeah, you doggone right. I think they can win a championship. I think they can. And here's another thing, people. Like, I had the Lakers going to the finals, but injuries slowed it up. And also, if you're LeBron, he probably wanted to get out the playoffs early to go and promote Space Jam 2. Y'all seen that movie? Very good family movie. I enjoyed it. My kids and my wife, we enjoyed it as well. But I think with this Laker team, yeah, they forget about the 3-pointers, man. You can't get your opponent in foul trouble by shooting 3-pointers. You don't force your opponent to exert more energy on defense when you are shooting 3-pointers. Now, it's okay to shoot a bunch of 3-pointers when you are, I was going to say Steph Thompson, when you are Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Seth Curry, Dame Lillard. If you're one of those guys, Kevin Durant. All right, but if you're LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook, when you are shooting a 3-pointer, even though the national media are saying, oh yeah, he can't shoot 3-pointers, he's going to the basket because he's a sorry 3-point shooter. Here's the thing. When you are shooting 3-pointers, guess what? Whoever's guarding you, they're saying, they're not going to say it verbally. They're saying it up here. Because they're like, you know what? By this dude not driving to the basket, that's not causing me to exert energy on defense. I don't got to worry about wasting a foul. Okay? So, but this is going to be an exciting season, man. I'm not a Lakers fan, but I'm not a Lakers hater. But growing up throughout my whole life, what's always been associated with the Los Angeles Lakers is fast breaks with Magic Johnson, even with Kobe and Shaq and them and stuff, So I think we're going to see more fast break points out of the Los Angeles Lakers this year. So that's going to be easy. That's going to be a lot of easier buckets for Anthony Davis, for LeBron James, and for Russell Westbrook. He's going to push the tempo, and I want to see that. I want to see good basketball. Like, I don't just hate on other teams. I'm a Rockets fan, all right. I bleed red. Houston Rockets red. Always will be. All right. Win, lose, or draw. Preferably no draws. But the thing about it is, I love seeing great basketball. I can appreciate the game. That's why I am a student of the game. Just like you. Definitely you of the game. All right. But, yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I think this Lakers team, when healthy, I don't think any team in the West can beat them. Like in a best 4 out of 7 game series when they're healthy. And that's with an unfinished roster at the moment. All right. So you got Braun, Brow, and Brody. We shall see, people. We shall see. But hey, if you're watching the YouTube video, hit the like button or the subscribe button and share your thoughts down below and let me know what are your thoughts about Russell Westbrook joining the Los Angeles Lakers. What are the odds? What percentage of chance do you give them as far as winning a championship or making it to the finals? All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. Student of the game. Peace.